Everyone knows about Planned Parenthood. Most of us grew up hearing the name in sex education classes or whenever the topic of abortion came up. Planned Parenthood is well known for the fact that they perform abortions, but it is so much more than that. And with funding being cut and a lot of them getting shut down, makes it hard for women who need Planned Parenthood for abortions as well as the many other services that they provide. It was all started to give women the information they needed to keep their bodies healthy, and today it is the largest provider for sex education to both men and women. If they are defunded and shut down, millions of people will lose their access to many of the services that they provide to keep their patients healthy and educated. People want to shut down Planned Parenthood because they perform abortions, which is where the embryo or fetus is removed by suction or medication, depending on how far along the mother is. Women get abortions for many reasons: sexual assault, incest, or have serious medical conditions that won't allow them to carry children. Without Planned Parenthood, these options are not available to women because they either don't have medical insurance or it's just their only option. But abortion is only one of the many resources they have available. They have birth control, LGBT services, STD testing and treatment, as well as patient education. Those are just some of their services, and they are either free or have a small fee depending on the service. On their site, they say they help get patients birth control, UTI and vaginal infection treatment, testing and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, HIV testing and counseling, clinical breast exams, cervical cancer screenings, HPV vaccines, and sexual health education. Planned Parenthood helps so many people get treatment and stay healthy. Funding shouldn't be cut because a group of people only see the abortion side out of all the good things they do for so many of their patients. In their annual report from 2018 to 2019, STI testing treatment took up 50% of the services they provided. The other 46% was other services like contraception, cancer screenings, and other health information given to women. Only 4% of their services were abortions, but people hear abortion and forget all the good Planned Parenthood does. If funding is stopped, they won't be able to keep their doors open, which leaves millions of men and women alone to find their way to make sure they are protected and are able to get the help they need. They also offer care for women who are pregnant. Planned Parenthood reported that in just 2018 to 2019, 1,304,689 women came in for prenatal care, miscarriage care, pregnancy tests, and well woman exams. Planned Parenthood isn't all about abortions. They give men and women the care they need, even if they don't have health insurance or can't use their insurance for privacy reasons. They will send the patient in the direction of a clinic that can help them at the price they can afford. In an article, The Impact of Defunding Planned Parenthood shares how devastating it would be to millions of people who rely on them to get the health care they need. Because while some might think that all those people would get absorbed by other providers, it has been proven to be false information. These other providers wouldn't be able to pick up the slack of all of Planned Parenthood's patients. They provide birth control for nearly 2 million people, as well as over 4.2 million STD tests and treatments, over 320,000 breast exams, and nearly 295,000 Pap tests. With these millions of people they already help, other providers wouldn't be able to pick up the slack. By denying health care and sex education to these millions of people will only risk their lives, as well as make it even harder for people who are already struggling to get the health care they need. Planned Parenthood does do abortions, there's no denying that. But by having Planned Parenthood, it gives women the option to come in and get it done by a medical professional who can do it safely. If Planned Parenthood was shut down and politicians were to make abortions illegal, it would end up putting so many women at risk. Women who can't get an abortion will be more at risk to try and do it themselves in ways that can not only be harmful to her, but also to her reproductive system, causing her to be at risk for not being able to have children later on in life if she decides to do so. In an article written by The Atlantic, they report that in countries where abortion is illegal, they still happen, but in some of the most dangerous ways. In their article, they state that even if abortion is made illegal, it won't stop the number of abortions performed, and that in the countries where abortion is illegal, there are 8 to 11% of women who die from botched abortions. If Planned Parenthood were to be defunded, how many maternal deaths would rise in this country from women trying to get an abortion because politicians decided to make it illegal for women to choose what she does to her body? Keeping Planned Parenthood funded is so important, not only for the women who go for an abortion, but for the millions of men and women who rely on being able to go and get affordable health care so they can make sure they're healthy. Planned Parenthood offers too many good things for so many people to be defunded and leave millions without education and care that they need. They provide so many great resources not only for adults but for young teens as well, so they can learn about proper sex education and how to stay healthy. So for these reasons, Planned Parenthood should continue to be able to be funded and keep their doors open for all the services they provide to keep as many people healthy and educated as possible.
Thank you.